Good morning. You see that widowmaker tree right there? Right by the cabin too. So I was messing around yesterday. Cut a piece of that board. I was saying how kind of crooked they are, so I gotta make them shorter so I could use them. So I added one over here, and I noticed this is going to be I'm gonna have to play with this a lot. This is on this side, it's pretty level up and down. Same with that side. I mean, like everything is pretty square up and down, and all my cuts are cut square, and they're all matching up really good on this side. The problem is that I freehanded these and they're not perfect. So on this side, it's like the top is wider than the bottom. So the bottom is like 2 inches, and then the top is closer to 3 inches. So that gives me an angle where it's not square. So you can see where I cut this board square, and you can see how far off that is from square. So every board I'm gonna have to cut them at an angle to try to get it to match as best I can. This side is okay, but it's about the same. I'm really it's gonna take me a while to cut all of these at these angles and fit them in, but it's gonna happen. But instead of framing today, I still have a little bit of tree left I can mill for these, but I really need some really wide 16 footers in here. I want them wide and bulky like the rest of them are. So I figured I'm cutting down this widowmaker today. So say a prayer for me, y'all, because that top is crazy dead and scary. Like the top of this tree is super dead, pretty much all the way up. But the bottom, once you get past that dead part right there, I think the rest of the tree should be fine. And those would be some super bulky boards there. So I'm hoping this will work out for some boards. And I've been looking at this tree for quite a long while, thinking like this tree has got to go before crazy wind comes, and pray that it doesn't like fall towards the cabin build that I'm doing. So I really need to drop this tree anyway. So whether I get good boards out of it or not, it's still got to go. It could be firewood, but I'm hoping the bottom is good enough, because that's a nice bulky tree, and I can get probably 2 16-foot logs out of this thing, I hope. So the top is kind of leaning out that way. Tree's sort of leaning that way, and I kind of have an opening here. I'm hoping that I can just drop it right between this hole right here and pretty much land it right there on that brush pile. That's what I'm gonna aim for. I'm gonna see if we could make the top of this thing land right on that brush pile. And who knows, maybe if I light it up one day, I don't know, maybe we'll have some wood kind of on top of it to hold it down. Maybe we'll smash that pile down and just yeah. Oh yeah. So let's have some fun. And maybe it'll land across this maple log I have laying here, and it'll hold it. Maybe it'll hold it up off the ground for me for when I'm milling it. That'd be cool. So I'm gonna try to land this freaking thing just right across here. It might kind of take out that little tree here. I could go ahead and cut it down, but I ain't gonna. We'll just see what happens. So let's look at this other angle here. Walk over here by the brush pile. And there it is here. So we're gonna try to bring this thing straight kind of through this hole here. I don't know if it's gonna hit that tree here or not, but we're gonna try to fell this thing right towards where I'm at through this hole. And I gotta ride to town today and do a couple things, so I'm not really getting a whole lot of framing done, but I was thinking at least we could have fun and drop this tree and get it ready to hopefully get some nice 2x thick beams out of this thing. All right. One crazy thing about this tree is I'm gonna have to cut it from this side. Normally I'd want to cut it from that side, but that tree is in the way, so I'm gonna have to do all the cutting from this side. And the tree does actually look like it's leaning back some. Man, let's hope this works out. This thing falls backwards and lands on my foundation, I'm gonna cry like a big baby. I'm definitely gonna have to get me some wedges and prepare to wedge this thing. It seems pretty solid down here. I don't think I have anything to worry about. So let's give it a shot. This is let's just go for it. I mean, positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. Figure it won't hurt to wear a little bit of safety gear for this one. Crank up the old Husky 55. I filed down the rakers this morning. I didn't sharpen it. I haven't used it much, so hopefully it's good. I don't even know how to release this thing. There we go. Dang, you can really tell I filed down them rakers. That thing was grabbing big time. And the two bigger saws I have, both of them have milling bars and chains on them, and I didn't want to go through all that. This thing rips anyway, so. All right, where are we aiming? I want to be aiming like that, so I'm gonna have to cut more off of this. Dang it. Yeah, I need to be like that, right there. So I'm way at the wrong angle. That's why I like to use this T to kind of aim. So we gotta go like that. Golly, I gotta cut all that again. More like that. All right, let's do that again. Bear with me, y'all. We're about to see some action. And now I'm really gonna be digging into this tree. It's a little risky there. But I gotta fix this angle or I'm just gonna hit this tree that's right there. So, I mean, which would be okay as far as the top. It would just brush down it. So, I'm gonna fix it a little bit. Buckle this thing up. She got warm on me. Got an air leak or something in this thing. So it gets hot and don't like to idle. I normally don't even wear gloves. I don't know what the heck. That was a little better. Yeah, I'd say that's a lot better. All right. All right, so this is kind of how I aim with this T. You can see it's aiming right pretty much in the middle of that brush pile now. I was aiming right towards that tree like that. It would have been fine because the top here would have just kind of went right by that tree anyway and just brushed down it. But I don't want it real close to that tree because I'm gonna have to mill boards probably where this tree sits because I'm probably not going to be able to move it. So if I aim it over here, hopefully I have room in here for my chainsaw mill to get by that tree. And I'm hoping it's just this tree is going to hold it up off the ground. So Let's give it a shot. We're aiming good. We are aiming good. Oh, there. We are aiming good. I actually use my earplugs so much I forgot I have these. I doubt they work as good as earplugs though. I don't know. I guess it'd be best to actually use both, right? Let's get this thing falling. I think I like my earplugs better. This strap right here kind of stops them from seating all the way on my head. There we go. Double protection. Golly. Needs a little persuasion, which is good. If I can hit it. Damn, it just broke. Okay. Good grief. Well, shit. Cracking. Huh. Well, dang, I thought that thing be gone already. Hey, looks like we got some solid wood. Wow. Goodness. Woo. Dang right. That was a lot of wedging and hammering, but I didn't want to overdo it and cut too much, so, and I don't know, I guess that's not the prettiest job there, but hey, it went exactly where I wanted it to land, exactly. And like I said, we should have enough room to get by that with the chainsaw. It's gonna be real close though. I might have to jerk it with the four-wheeler a couple times maybe, pull maybe up there over once I cut my 16-foot length, and then I'll try to pull it over some and then set up the sawmill rail, the sled for my first cuts. And like I said, we mangled that tree. Kind of figured it was gonna hit that and mangle it. And there's a branch up there, a hanger up here. That's gonna worry me, just up there over my head. It don't look like a widowmaker, it just looks like a headache. I'm gonna have to cut this tree down for sure. And I gotta see how many, I might be able to get 2 16-foot lengths out of this. Here's that real dead spot here. Sweet landing, right where I wanted it to knock my brush pile down and squash it down some. That's awesome. Multitasking. But look how rotten this whole top is. The top actually broke off. So I got some real dry firewood. About to cut all of this up. I'm gonna leave that laying right there on the brush pile to kind of just keep it compressed down as it let it age and hopefully get a lot smaller. And that's it. That went pretty smooth. Now I'm not looking at this dead tree up there anymore. And it opened it up quite a bit. It'll give this maple some room here to grow, because that's a nice maple tree. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking out the pine trees, the poplar trees. I'll use some of these hardwoods probably for our flooring, so we'll have a real nice floor. But I'm trying to just take out the poplars, the pines, and try to leave as many hardwoods out here as possible for now. So it's actually pretty funny when people are like, what are you gonna do when you run out of trees? It would take the rest of my life to cut all these trees and build stuff out of them. Look at all these freaking trees out here. Are you kidding me? Run out of trees? But yeah, there are some areas that I've cleaned out, used quite a bit of them to build that cabin, and it's gonna take some to build this one too. But right now, mostly just pines and the poplars. The whole cabin, I use hardwood to frame up the walls and pine for the foundation, like I'm doing this. And then completely all the rest of the cabin is poplars. So dang right. Hope y'all enjoyed me perfectly felling this widowmaker. That it was a lot of work, but it went good. It went great. I'd rather do more work having to force it to go one way than risking cutting too much and having it fall the way I don't want it to fall. You know what I mean? But so now I got a whole lot of work to do. I got to cut this thing, measure it in the lengths, set up the sawmill sled for my first cuts. You know the deal. Then adjust it down to my 2 inches and start milling some beams, and we'll be back to framing after that. So the next video is probably gonna be me milling more boards. So if you don't like that type of thing, don't watch it. If you want to hear a chainsaw run and watch me turn these logs into lumber, you're more than welcome to come visit and watch and hang out, because I got a whole lot of that to do, and I really love hanging out with you guys, and I love your support. And I love the ones in there like, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. I love y'all. Dang, I just worked my butt off on that one. But that felt good. That felt real good.